Okay, so it's required that you list your knowns and unknowns. Read the problem, and it tells us, well, I kind of made all your knowns down here pretty easy. Pressure equals 2.50 atmospheres. Volume 25.5 milliliters. The piston is compressed, so the final volume, so this is the second volume, you could put V sub F for final if you wanted to, okay? Instead of P1, V1, you could put PI for pressure initial and VI for volume initial, okay? The final volume becomes 12.25 milliliters, and the question is asking you, what will the pressure become if? So if this change is made, then this must be a second pressure, and we put a question mark there. Okay. So now we have to list the equation that we need, and that's P1 V1 equals P2 V2. Okay, those are required. That's required. So now we're going to substitute into that equation known values. P1 is 2.50 atmospheres. So we're going to say 2.50 ATM times V1, which is 25.5 milliliters. And then P2 we don't know, so we're going to leave that alone. We're going to multiply that times 12.25 milliliters. And to find the answer then, we're going to isolate the unknown. And when I have a multiplication problem here, the way we undo multiplication is through the process of division. So we get rid of 12.25 milliliters on this side by dividing by 12.25 milliliters. However, if we do that to this side, the only way to keep this equation equal is if we also do it to the other side. Whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other. You've got to be fair to the goose. So all that cancels because it's exactly the same, and we have isolated the unknown. So when we talk about isolating the unknown, that's what we're talking about doing. We're getting it by itself on one side of the equation. We can also cancel the units of measurement here, milliliters anyway. You can't cancel atmospheres, but that's important because atmospheres does measure pressure, and it tells us we probably set it up right. All we got to do is put it in the calculator correctly now. Okay? I think I've already done it once. Let's see if I have the unrounded answer and everything over here. Yeah, here we go. So we've got, this is our unrounded answer in atmospheres. It equals P2, and we need to round it off to, let's see, all of these are measured numbers, and when you're figuring out significant digits for a calculation or an equation where you have multiplication and division, you look at all the measured numbers and calculated numbers. All these are measured numbers, so now we want to find the one that has the least digits. And this one both have the least digits, 3 digits versus 4. So we want this final answer to have 3, 1, 2, 3, underline everything else, and round off. And our final answer is 5.20 atmospheres equals our second pressure. Okay? Everybody good with that? Any questions? All right then. Let's move on to another gas law.